G'day, guys. Just came back from a walk and yeah, busy day today. Very busy day. I've got writing to do for the book, more stuff going on with the album. Lots more ideas have come in. So there's going to be a fair bit of beat creation today and some stuff with clients. I'm planning out like a new program for them, and yeah, we're going to be taking it to market pretty soon. I want to speak about something that dropped in while I was walking, and it's around like new ideas. And it's like the scenario where you're at the coffee shop or the cafe with a mate. You're talking about your businesses or your ideas and stuff, and someone says, "You know, what would be a good idea for you, this," right? And they give you like the concept, and then you get lit up and you're like, "You know what, man, that's a pretty cool idea. I got to admit that's a really cool idea." But then it goes. I just want you to think about it for now. Like, how many good ideas have people given you in your lifetime? And how many did you actually implement? Okay, because I want to tell you a story here. I don't know if I've told it on video, but I remember this happened to me a few times when I've been in masterminds at cafes, when I've caught up with experienced business owners that have had much bigger businesses than me at the time. And they've given me all this gold, and they've given me all this advice, but there's been like these golden nuggets that I'm talking about, and they're ideas or like statements or something that they've said that, kind of hit me. And I was like, oh man, I feel like there's something there. I better pull on that thread. And for a long time, I have to admit, I was the one that went, yeah, good idea, bro. And then just went back to what I was doing. But I remember, and as I documented this on my other video yesterday, I remember when I was struggling with the sales coaching, when it started to take off, it's when I started listening to ideas, particularly from my clients. And I remember I was in a session because I used to do like breakthroughs for people, like Demartini method breakthroughs, right? Which you may remember. If you haven't heard of John Demartini, definitely go check him out. Really good with like breaking through your negative beliefs and emotions that hold you back. And I used to use his system. I got trained in it, did all the certification, and I used to apply that method on emotions and beliefs that would come up that would block people from doing well in sales. This was way back when. And I remember one of my clients, I was in the, and as I said, I was in the middle of like teaching what was working and also trying to teach more like strategy, sales strategy, cold calls, and all this stuff, because I had this assumption sales breakthroughs isn't enough. And I remember I was on the phone with one of my new clients at the time. I just started to come out of the abyss of 2 months, zero, like no leads, no clients. And I remember she was the one that said, you have to start promoting sales breakthroughs, like working on, wherever you've got like stored guilt, shame, anger, whatever it is, emotions that block people from being influential. You got to call it a sales breakthrough. And I remember that hit, and we came up with this concept on the phone, like free sales breakthrough sessions, like so basic, right? And I remember she did a testimonial for me in this Facebook group, and it blew up. Like I got something like 10 or something requests that day to do a session with people who were struggling with sales. And, I saw the power of that, and I was like, man, that happened in like a day. Like we had the session. It was probably around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We finished the session. She posted the video immediately after at like 4. And by nighttime, I was inundated with people adding me on Facebook and sending me messages. And I was like, holy shit, man, like that was an idea that I actually followed through on. Another story that I can tell you on when this has happened and it's worked was the independent closers. Like that wasn't particularly my idea. I was at a mastermind and I was talking to my target market. I remember at the time when I was doing sales breakthroughs, I wanted to lift up and go to a more of a profitable audience and find bigger business owners that, I could train their salespeople and do the breakthroughs on them. And I could work with the owners and all that kind of stuff on their mindset regarding sales. And when I was talking to these bigger coaches, they said, it'd be a fantastic business if you had an agency that closed deals for us, right? And this is when nobody was doing it. Like there are a lot of people that are fucking doing like done for you closing now. But back then, no one was doing it. And I remember hearing it going, fuck, I could do that. I could do that. And I sat on it for 2 weeks and I told like 2 people and I pushed the button on it. And guys, you know the rest. So new ideas, man. I want you to ask yourself, like, how many more new ideas are you going to let go and just let slip by you when you get the hit and you start jumping for the hills going, fuck, that's it. And like, you're really charged. How many more are you going to let go? How many are you going to let go? I've heard people say to me, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, Jordan. Guess what? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. That is true. But if you sit on your ass and you don't get up and create what's meant to be will not meant to be. You know what I mean? Right? If I had done nothing about the agency and actually gone and taken action, nothing was going to happen. If I had not followed my clients' download to me, sales breakthrough sessions all those years ago, done, right? It's not going to work. I remember Independent Closers 2.0. I was on the phone to one of my friends back when, and we made a transition away from closing to appointment setting. And I remember I was having this call with her and I was saying, I am just exhausted making all these calls myself, managing so many staff members. This business, I just want it to flow more so I can transition into, just living life more and looking after my health and just enjoying life more. Because at that point when I was closing, it was all, it was just all business. And we were talking, and as we were talking, I said, you know what I've been thinking about? I could do an appointment setting agency. And she was like, that would be fantastic. That would be super easy to transition your clients into. And I remember at the time, we had clients on our books. And it was that phone call that helped me generate the idea. The next day, I put out a campaign, I put out an offer, and we landed our first 2 appointment setting clients, which set up the new business where we had like 7 or 8 people paying us nice retainers each month. And my time on the phone went from like all day to 9 to 11 a.m. You see, ideas, man, ideas. There are so many ideas that are coming every single day, right? And now, I've transitioned out of that business, and every day when I'm writing my book, if I get a new idea, I let the book create itself. I will follow through on it and the book starts to grow. When I'm making albums, like this is another classic thing. I remember when I was in Bali, the download was to do my last rap album ever. I never told anyone this. Last rap album, don't do rap after this, just to throw the kitchen sink at it and let it go. And what was cool about that was once I was done with rap, I felt done, and a new idea to start doing more production, to start creating my own beats, and that my next music project would be like an 80s rock sounding album, but I've produced the whole thing. That came in because I followed the idea of this is my last rap album. That's an idea that I'm going to follow. So sometimes it's not about, oh, well, I need the biggest and best idea in the world. Sometimes it's the most obvious. Sometimes you need to follow what's in front of you, what you're getting hit with, to get the big whammy that comes in. Yeah. Like I would have never had independent closers had I not gone and done sales breakthrough sessions. I just wouldn't have gone on that trail to build that business. You see? So I'm going to challenge you right now. How many more good ideas that hit you, are you going to let go? Okay. And don't buy into this bullshit out there that people tell you, oh, the ideas just create themselves, man. If it's meant for me, it's meant for me. No, get that out of your head. It's not about that. If you feel it and see it and know it, it's meant for you. But don't get it twisted, man. You have to create. I'm not saying push. I'm not saying force. I am saying if you get hit with an idea and you get an inkling that the next step is do the album, write one chapter, or just start writing, or just message someone, or just give them a call, or just start playing the keys, or just start strumming on the guitar, or just start switching your diet. If you get the inkling, okay, follow that inkling, start, take action, but don't buy into this stuff out there where it's like, well, things will just create themselves on their own and I don't need to take action. That is complete shit. Okay. And don't listen to anyone that's going to tell you that. The best ideas that fly in front of you, okay, there's always going to be an inkling on what you should do next. Okay. I remember when the sales breakthrough session came in, it was, well, can she do a testimonial for me? My client. She's like, yeah, you should do sales breakthrough sessions. Okay, you know, that would be super helpful. Do you mind just getting on video and explaining what your experience was like for a sales breakthrough session? Because it seems like you're going to know the copy better than I will. And she's like, yeah, in fact, I'll put it in this Facebook group I'm a part of. I think a lot of people need your help. Marketing was done, right? I did the free sessions. I got the clients. Okay. When the agency idea came in, what I did was I just structured the retainers. It was like, okay, let me do the math and let me work out commission structures and retainers. And I just started hitting people that I knew. I'm like, hey, man, let's do a week free. I'll close deals for you. If you like it, we continue working and I'll tell you what the rates are. If you don't, we leave as friends. What do you think people said? Oh, man, it's great. Right? Okay, when I started creating albums, okay, when I got the feeling to create the album, the songs writ themselves. The songs writ themselves. Like I remember some of the best moments. I'm out on the road traveling around Australia. That's when I recorded my second album, Strong in the Soul. I'd be in like an apartment out in freaking Mackay, out in the middle of nowhere, doing a rap song. Out in the sticks because I was getting shit while I was driving. And when with music, when I got hit with these ideas, I also got an inkling on what the lyrics would be, but I wouldn't know the whole picture. I'd have to start writing. So I'll leave you with this. How many more ideas are you going to let go by you without taking action, without following that inkling? Because I guarantee you, if you do, you will create magic and you'll know when it's the right one. You'll know. Okay. All right. That's it from me. Big love, guys. I hope you're well. And we will chat soon.